Okay, so this is the unboxing event for Torn Armour. At least the printed and game components, sans miniatures, which of course are coming in a separate phase. Literally, as you can see, we haven't even looked at this ourselves yet. This is a prototype straight from China. They've been a great company to work with. Watch live on camera, there's going to be blood everywhere. They've been an absolutely awesome company to work with. They've really understood every request that we've had. There's been no problems at all. They've got a great reputation in the industry, and we've been very pleased with the results. But proof is in the pudding, right? And now we're going to see what they've actually sent. Now, a couple of caveats here. They have already told us there's a couple of missing components and things because this is just a prototype. The actual plastic on the inside, they're going to refine a little bit more for the final production, make sure everything's a better fit and so on and so forth. But, wow. That's actually looking pretty spiffy. That's looking real tight. Let's get this out of the plastic wrap. I'm just going to put this on the floor. Let's get this off there. Okay, so let's do a close-up. So here's the box. And what would you say that is? About a little bit larger than letter size. It's got good thickness to it, nice print. And one thing that we're going to do later, folks, is we're actually getting together with the rest of the team via Google Hangout. We're going to take a look at all of the printed materials closely together. We've all got different areas of expertise, and we're going to make sure it's up to snuff. And we're probably going to record that Google Hangout, and we'll publish it as well, so you can listen to everything that we've had to say. I think that's looking pretty good. I think that is looking absolutely fantastic. So let's take a look at the inside, shall we? You know what, let's just... So, first time we have seen Torn Armour game components. So, rulebook. Oh, that feels nice. It feels great. And of course we've got the backers here. Pages of you. You are absolutely fantastic, all of you. So this is the type of thing that we're going to go through a little later on. We're going to make sure that this is all looking good, that we've got all of our bleeds have been used correctly, that all of the printing is good, the margins are good, colour quality is there, the paper is there. This actually feels real fantastic. Obviously you can't feel this right now, but this is like a real good weighty book with great pictures. That's looking absolutely fantastic. And these are the scenarios. This is looking really good. Okay, that's great. Good weight on that. So we'll come back to that in a moment. Let's take a look at the maps. And the one thing they've said is there's going to be a different varnish for the finished pieces. But let's take a look. I mean, look at this bad boy here. This is the first time and one of our maps has been printed on this sort of quality. We've been obviously using pre-prototypes before now. I think that looks great. I think that looks absolutely great. I've actually not seen this particular map blown up this large, so this is really good. And of course, what we're going to have to do is we've got 1, 2, 3, come back to that little guy, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 full colour double-sided maps. So this is looking really good. Now we obviously made great pains to ensure that with them being double-sided, that you could obviously play all of the scenarios, that you could make sure that you could put 2 roads next to each other if you needed to, that we didn't have one road on one side and then the other road on the other side. This is the nice little sort of rocky mountainous area there. So these are actually looking really good. I'm very happy with them. We'll take a closer look at that in a moment. Then, of course, with the maps. And this is one of the things, they're going to make sure that everything fits in here properly. You can see that they've got the plastic inserts here just during transit things are moved around. And that's one thing that they've promised, that they're going to actually make sure that everything, you know, is these little finger bits here are deeper and better, and everything fits in there more comfortably. This is actually a beautiful thick cardstock. This is actually really good. This is real thick, good quality. I love these. And these are, of course, the terrain tiles that you'll get to place at the beginning of a scenario. We've got quite a few of those in there. And then, so we've got our spell and equipment cards. They actually just fell out of there. Oh, everything's going to be shrink wrapped, by the way, backers. You know, they're not right now, obviously, because it's a prototype, but everything will be shrink wrapped. These are a good size. Very legible, I think. Nice. That looks beautiful on the reverse there. Let's just get one. So here's an example where the text is somewhat smaller. And we've got the ammunition there. This, of course, was actually invented by one of our backers. And I think that's legible. I think that actually looks really, really good. That's a good card size, I think. I know that there was some concerns and lots of feedback from all of you about whether the text here was going to be legible or not. I can tell you now, I mean, look at that. That is definitely legible. I'm happy with that. It's nice. It's crisp. Now, you'll also notice one of the things that we wanted to do, because everyone was really, really patient with us, is we've doubled up on a lot of these cards here. So both sides have a fair crack at obviously getting a hunter's bow each and so on and so forth. And that's been reflected here. So everyone's going to get slightly more cards than what was promised actually in the Kickstarter itself. Then we've got our... Let's put him there. We've got our unit cards now. This is high-tech shrimp wrap here. I mean, look. It will obviously come better. So this is actually great. This is the first time I've handled a full-size unit card. And so here we've got the Astal, the Elemental Skirmisher Golem. It's one of them. 50 gold cost. There's his stats. And at full size now, it's clear what's range, what's melee. The colours of the green are coming through really nice. Very happy with that. There's the Sunfluff, those dreaded little moo guys. Kalane, Quingo, of course. Then we get into my beloved Sesk. Again, nice and clear. I think that's going to work. I think that's going to work really nicely. So the last piece of this, a couple of pieces of this, is of course we're going to have, because the miniatures are shipping separately, we're going to have these little punch outs. These actually, I don't want to punch them out just yet. But these are coming out real nicely. And you can see that they're all kind of relative in height. You know, we've got our Moo here, we've got our Quingo here, we've got Kalane, Theldis. And these are going to slot into these bases here. Now this is also a really good, thick cardstock. That's absolutely great. That's good thickness right there. So I think that's going to work out really well. So let's just put those guys to one side as well. And then finally, but by no means leastly, we've got our dice. Now, I know that some of you wanted extra dice, and they will be available to you. In the box itself, we're shipping, and it is enough. All of our demos, we played with 5 dice, and that's it, and it's totally doable. And so here's the green dice, and of course green only hit on the one side there, or in fact 2 sides. The white are the ones that hit only on the one side. There's a little special symbol for it. All the way up to the black dice, which are pretty darn lethal because they only miss on one side. So all of these are included in there, and you can see from the actual box that there's enough. When you do buy extra dice, there's enough in the box there to keep it all safe. Honestly, we're obviously gonna get into this a lot deeper. We're gonna check all of the colors. We're gonna check our counts and everything, our sizes, our stats, make sure everything looks really good. But I think this is looking really good. I'm really, really, really pleased with it. This wouldn't have been possible without you, and I'm really looking forward to shipping these out to you guys.